All right, I think we back. I think we back. I think we back. Let's see. Let's see. I think we back. And hopefully we good. Hopefully we good. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully. Let me test this. The camera gremlins, right. Got the camera gremlins. Yeah, I think we back. What up? What up, Cam? What up, Cam? I think we good now. I think we good now. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I think I know what the problem is. I think I know what the problem is. I'll fix it before we do anything else. Well, I'll fix it after I do with Nitro later on. All right. Yeah, but what did he say? What up, coach? Hopefully 77 won't mess with you. I know, right? You need to get him up out of here. These what I be saying, the camera gremlins got me. That's what I be saying, that the camera gremlins got me. But anyway, let's get into it. What up, Tila? What up, Chris? What up, Ashley? Banks Law, Jose, Neuro, I be saying, Donovan, Cam, Jeff, 86 Ghost, Sebastian, Tila. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through and sticking with me. And we're gonna try to get through this, just in case it pop off again. But it is what it is. It is what it is. See, bruh, I'm about to throw this thing out the window. I'm about to throw this thing out the window. I really am. About to throw it out the window. We're gonna try to get through this. Let's speedball through this. Before I get frustrated? Y'all see the ugly me. Y'all see the handsome me all the time. I want y'all to see the ugly me. But anyway, let's get through it real quick. Let me throw this out the way so I can get to what I had prepared for us. Real quick, real quick. We're gonna recap those two championship games yesterday. So first off, New England Patriots beat the Denver Broncos, and they're going to the Super Bowl. And I ain't gonna go into too much because me and Nitro are gonna talk about it later. But that was one of the sloppiest games I've ever seen. Um, a crucial, a crucial not field goal attempted early in the game ended up costing them the game because of what Sean Payton decided not to kick that field goal early in the game. That ended up biting them in the butt. And really, if New England doesn't go on that 8 to 9 minute drive in the second half, and Denver can get some of the good field conditions, they may win this game. Because New England could not do jack diddly squat with Denver's defense. The only reason they even got a touchdown because Jared Stidham fumbled. And that game right there, people that want indoor stadiums or dome stadiums for playoffs and stuff like that, that game right there gave them a lot of ammunition. A lot of ammunition. That game was extremely boring. Like Money Mike just said, it was so boring that I started grading papers. I started putting grades in the computer. I wouldn't grade them. I was actually putting grades in the computer. That's how boring it was. But you know, Patriots, congrats to them. They going to the Super Bowl. Drake May with this is what I thought it was. I saw this tweet. It says Stephon Diggs and Mac Hollins got with Drake May and went to the Super Bowl. So maybe Josh Allen is the problem. That's a tweet I saw. Maybe Josh Allen is the problem because both of those guys played with Josh Allen and they didn't. They go play with Drake May. Going to Super Bowl. I ain't saying it. I'm just repeating what somebody else said. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But let's go on to this. Let's see. Swats dropped 2. He says fire EDC and Sashi Brown. I don't know what prompted that, but okay. Second game did not disappoint. The second game did not disappoint. It was all that I thought it was going to be, even though I thought the Rams were going to win. I ain't tripping on whoever won it. This game was everything that I expected it to be. Started off kind of slow, but in the end, Puka and JSN put on a show. Puka Nakua, 9 catches, 165 yards. JSN, 10 catches, 151 yards. Those two brothers got busy. Matthew Stafford was dealing. Sam Darnold was dealing. Stafford had 374, 3 touchdowns. Sam Darnold had 346, 3 touchdowns. They were dealing. Like, that was I love that game. I wish I could watch a game like that every week. That's the kind of football I like to see. I could give a rat's butt about defense. I want to see the ball in the air, the ball in the end zone, running touchdowns, passing. I want to see all that. Forget that. Forget the defense. Give me points, 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 and more points. And I love it. And I love it. But again, I'll go into more detail when me and Nitro get together in about an hour and talk about these two games. Next up, what we're here for, what the thumbnail is for, our coaching, our coaches are starting to heat up. Our coaching staff is starting to fill up. I'm sorry, and so I really want to give the people that don't know Jesse Mentor, our new head coach, his background. So in 2006, he was a defensive intern at Notre Dame. 2007, graduate assistant at Cincinnati, and in 2008 he did the same thing. 2009, he was at Indiana State, and that's where the connection gonna come in here in a minute. He was the linebackers coach at Indiana State in 2009, 2010. 2011, he became a defensive coordinator. So he did that in 2011 and 2012. 2013, he went to Georgia State as the DC, and he did that in 2013 and 14 and 15 and 16. So he did that for 4 years. For 13 to 16, Mentor was the defensive coordinator at Georgia State in Atlanta. 2017 is when he came to Baltimore as a defensive assistant. And he did that for 3 years, 17, 18, 19. In 2020, he got his own room as a defensive back coach. 1 year there, then went to Vanderbilt as their DC and safeties coordinator in 2021. Then went to Michigan as their DC in 2022. If I'm not mistaken, he took over for Mike McDonald in Michigan. So when Mike McDonald left and came back to Baltimore, Jesse Mentor went to Michigan and took his spot. So that is where we're at. So in 2022, 2023, he was defensive coordinator at Michigan. Last year, went with Harbaugh to the Chargers. He was DC there. 2 years ago. And then last year he was a defensive coordinator for the Chargers. And now he is our new Baltimore Ravens head coach. Now, with that being said, everybody wants to know who's going to be the OC, who's going to be the staff out. Well, we got two guys that have came out here lately that going to fill the staff. The first one is Mike Mickens. And he's going to be the DB coach. He was formerly the Notre Dame. What was he at Notre Dame? I'll tell you in a minute what he was at Notre Dame. But he has a little playing experience in the NFL. I'm sorry, in college. Cincinnati. That's where he met and probably played for Mentor. And then he have some kind of relationship with Mentor's dad because Mentor's dad is huge at the University of Cincinnati. So if you come through that program, Mentor's probably had some kind of hands on you. What up, Teacher Nick and D Wiz? Appreciate y'all for coming through. What up? Somebody say Nitro. Hey, what up, Nitro? What up, Nitro? Appreciate you. And so that's what that is. But as far as Mickens' whole background, this is what I got. 2011, a defensive assistant at Cincinnati. 2012, the connection I told you about was a defensive assistant at Indiana State. 2013, he was the cornerbacks coach at Idaho. From 2014 to 2017, he was Bowling Green's cornerback coach. For 2018, 2019, Cincinnati's cornerback coach. And then from 2020 up until recently, he was at Notre Dame. He was the corners coach from 2020 to 2023. And he was the DB's coach from 2024 to 2025. And so I saw somebody ask, what's the difference between a corners coach and a DB's coach? In some places, you have two different defensive backs coach. You have a corners coach and you have a safeties coach. But in a lot of places, you just have a DB coach where he coached all of them. So if I'm not mistaken, that's the difference that I know. I know, like if you have a cornerbacks coach, you just coaching corners. If you're the DB's coach, you're coaching all the DBs, corners and safeties. Now, I don't know if that's how Notre Dame had their staff meshed up like that, but in my mind, that's how it is, and that is your new defensive back coach and pass game coordinator in Baltimore Ravens. That is Mike Mickens, and he coming from Notre Dame. All right. So recently, right before we got started, as I was, getting in there cooking, and I saw this, we got an O-line coach that I'm really, 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 really fond of, and not fond of it in the way that I knew him. I was fond of his work in Atlanta. And you guys know I kind of follow Atlanta a little bit, kind of liking Mike Penix and watching them and watching how their O-line move. The supposedly new O-line coach is Ledford. the former offensive line coach at Atlanta Falcons. And the reason he was available because who was the O-line coach he brought with him? Stefanski brought the old guy. I forgot who it was. But anyway, he brought in his own O-line coach. And that made Ledford available. Okay, we got some donations over here. Let's see what JR can say. W stream last night, coach. Also a new Patreon member. Nate Shieldhouse, Davis Webb, Brian Dabo. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jay. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, me and Jose, we had a good time. We had a good time interacting with you guys and watching the game together. That was fun. That was fun. And then JB dropped 5 as well. He says, I like the youth movement in our system. Better chance they are around for a while. Keep going, Ravens. I like it. I agree with that. I do like the movement to go to younger guys that can, like me, Ryan, and Hendo talked about it Saturday, that can connect better with the players on more than just a football level. They can actually have some kind of rapport with them, and there's not such a huge generational gap. Oh, I forgot to say what's up, y'all. Sip, hey. Actually, I'm using Botch's glass today. You can't really see it because the dark in it, but this is the glass I got from Botch. Got a little red in here. And he called it the Salt and Pepper Lounge. I don't know if y'all can see that. Call it the Salt and Pepper Lounge. Got a little red in here. Callahan, that's who it is. Appreciate you wondering, Raven. Appreciate the 10 as well. That's Callahan is the name I was trying to think of. Stefanski brought Callahan to Atlanta. That let Ledford be available. And now we supposedly have Ledford coming in. I will say this. If you love outside zone type stuff, this is a really good guy for us. And again, I'll go back and say this. When Derrick Henry was in Tennessee, Derrick Henry was mainly an outside run guy. Every now and then he, get downhill and do some stuff. But he was a lot of that stiff arm stuff you saw was on the edges because he was getting out there doing outside zone stuff. Outside zone will benefit the other backs that we have as well. It'll benefit Keaton. It'll benefit Rasheen Ali was a better outside zone runner. I don't know about Justice. I think Justice will be okay, but it definitely will benefit Keaton, Rasheen Ali, and Derrick Henry. Because Rasheen Ali was an outside zone runner at Marshall. So, bringing him in, if we're going to fully go into that world, I like this hire. Let's give you a little background on Ledford. Let's see. Oh, Ledford my age. He's my age. He 49. Okay. I ain't 49 yet. Not 49 yet. He close to my age, put it like that. He's 76, baby. November 2nd, 1976. I know somebody else that was born around that time too. Ain't gonna call no names though. Let's see. So playing career. Played for the 49ers in 99 and 2000. Played for the Jaguars in 2000 as well. Panthers in 2001. Eagles in 2002. San Francisco again in 03-04. Saints in 05. Browns 05. And Saints again in 06. It says off-season and practice squad. So he was a practice squad member for the Eagles in 02. The Saints in 05. And the Saints in 06. So that's why there's a gap in some of his playing stuff when you go look at certain sites. As far as his coaching, he went right on into coaching. 2005, assistant strength and conditioning coaches at North Carolina. And they probably called him up after the season, go to the Browns. That's probably how that happened. 2006, he did over NFL Europe, the Frankfurt Galaxy. 2007, he was a tight end coach for the Frankfurt Galaxy and the offensive line tackles coach. 2007, he went and did some high school. Sanderson High School in North Carolina. Then for only 1 year, then he went to East Carolina as a graduate assistant. Tennessee State in 2010 as an offensive line coach. Gardner-Webb in 2011 as an offensive line coach. Appalachian State in 2012 as offensive line coach. So you see like 1 year stops. And some people may see that as bad. That's not necessarily bad. That means he was doing a good enough job to go up because he went from a graduate assistant at East Carolina up to Tennessee State, the offensive line coach, up to Gardner-Webb offensive line coach, then up to Appalachian State. So even though his is 1 year, he's going up the ladder. He's not going lateral or going down. Appalachian State, he was the co-offensive coordinator and offensive line coach in 2013, 2015. Went up again to North Carolina State, 2016, 2018 as their O-line coach. Went to Louisville in 2019 and 20. So I think he came to Louisville as Lamar was leaving. So he don't have any time with Lamar at Louisville. He was in Louisville from 2019 to 2020. Then he's been with the Falcons as an offensive line coach. from 2021 to 2025. They added the run game coordinator title in 2024. So a wealth of experience for Ledford. Again, from a distance, I have admired his work with the offensive line. And so depending on who this OC is, it's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. Let's talk about the OC for a minute. Matter of fact, I saw this video I want to share. See if I can share this with us. Hold on, let me see if I hopefully I don't touch this button and stuff mess up. Let me share. This is from Tom Pelissero talking about like the process of mentor and maybe Joe Brady. We'll talk about here in a second. Make sure my desktop, turn my desktop audio on so y'all can hear it. There it is. Start it back over. Here we go.
You know, the interesting part of the timing here, Rich, was, you know, they essentially knew they were hiring Jesse Minter on Wednesday night. The issue was they had a Thursday interview with Joe Brady. Well, they wanted to go through with that interview in part, I believe, because Joe Brady now, depending how some other things fall, could end up being the offensive coordinator. Another logical name that came up way back at the start of this as a potential candidate to take over. When you're talking about Lamar Jackson, his skill set at this time in his career, he's not, you know, built like Josh Allen, but there are some similar types of things that you can do in terms of the run threat, in terms of the vertical passing. Joe Brady would be a fit. Now the question becomes, does Joe Brady get the Bills head coaching job? Does he potentially get the Cardinals head coaching job, which he interviewed for a couple of days ago? Is there even...
So that's two head coaching jobs that are in the mix for Joe Brady. Cardinals, Bills.
In a scenario where he goes back to Buffalo as the OC? That seems like the least likely of the options right now. You know, we'll see how some of these things fall, and it might take a little bit of time. But if you're talking about who the likely candidates would be to take over the offense now in Baltimore, with Minter coming from the defensive side, I would put Joe Brady along with the likes of Cliff Kingsbury as a potential option. Maybe Matt Nagy could be an option. You know, those types.
Matt Nagy. My bad. I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad.
The guys who run those offenses, all different shades of it, but all potentially could be a fit for where they want to take Lamar in that offense in Baltimore. You know, the interesting part of the time.
Man. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. If you're cool with Joe Brady and what he would bring to the table, if you're cool with that, put a 1 in the comment section, please. If you're cool with Joe Brady and he's impressed you with what he's done with Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, if you're cool with Joe Brady as the OC, put a 1 in the comment section, please. That's a lie. A lie. This lie don't care who tell it. That lie don't care who tell it. Matt Nagy is not my guy. He is not my guy. At all. What are the other options? According to Tom Pelissero, I think I just wiped my eye with seasoning in it. According to Tom Pelissero, Joe Brady, Cliff Kingsbury, and who else he said? Joe Brady, Cliff Kingsbury, and hold on, let me play it again.
Those offenses, all different shades of it, but all potentially could be a fit for talking about who the likely candidates would be to take over the offense now in Baltimore, with Minter coming from the defensive side. I would put Joe Brady along with the likes of Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury and Nagy, the other option that he said. Now, before we go, my personal favorite is Shieldhouse, but he's getting head coaching opportunities. If I'm not mistaken, the Browns went out to fly with it and meet with him today. So I don't, you know, maybe if the Rams OC take a job, maybe Shieldhouse get bumped up, but Shieldhouse is still my favorite. Before the McDaniel to the Chargers thing, McDaniel was my favorite, but now Shieldhouse is my favorite. Now I don't know if we're gonna get him, but as of right now, Shieldhouse is my favorite. It really is. It really is. Let's see what else. Ravenville said I like Shieldhouse. Hey coach, thank you. Oh, cool. Cool. You got yours before I got mine. You got yours. I think Tila got hers as well. I'm the one don't have mine yet. I don't have mine yet. Hopefully it'll be here soon though. But all this snow and whatnot that's in the Midwest, that's probably what's taking so long. But I'm glad you got it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And once I get mine, I'll show it on stream, and then everybody will probably do what they need to do to go get their own. That's how we're gonna do that. But back to the lecture at hand. I want Shieldhouse. That's the guy I want. That's the guy that I feel like could bring some different things, and he won't be a 1-year thing. Because this is what I think is gonna happen with McDaniel in Los Angeles. They go out there and they have real success. Not saying they go to Super Bowl or anything like that, but he put up crazy numbers with Herbert and the young receivers and stuff they got. He's gonna be there on 1 year. And they're gonna be back in the same boat again. Keep staying locked in. Back in the same boat.
I like Webb, Skill-Hass, Kubiak.
Oh, I forgot about Webb. Heather. Kubiak ain't going nowhere. Kubiak's gonna be a head coach, or he going back to Seattle. I'll be willing to bet on that one. Kubiak's gonna be a head coach, or he's going back to Seattle. That's what I think. So again, Shieldhouse is my guy. I don't think I'd be mad at Brady. I don't think I'd be mad at Brady, but I want Shieldhouse. I think if we get Brady, we won't not run the ball. Hey, Tundra, there won't be a game where we not run the ball, because when Brady took over for Ken Dorsey, the Buffalo defense changed. The Buffalo offense changed, and it went from them trying to exploit and use Josh Allen's arm as the major weapon to giving the ball to Davin Cook and taking to Cook. Davin Cook, and then taking the ball out of Josh's hands. So we'll see. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna be SOL in a head coach job that we probably gonna get for OC. And that could be Davis Webb. That could be Joe Brady.
Donations.
Heather dropped a 10, say, I'm glad we got Mickens because he coached Hamilton and Gilman. Yeah. Familiarity is key. And Mickens got a pretty extensive background, so I like what I saw from him today. I'll have to go back. Keep in mind, he also coached the all rookie safety Xavier Watts last year. That's with the Falcons. He also coached the all rookie Xavier Watts last year. And the reason Xavier Watts wasn't drafted higher because he was hurt. They're reporting that Scotty Montgomery is interviewing for the OC job. Well, let's see who Scotty Montgomery is. I don't know who that is. Let's go see. Appreciate that info, Jose. Scotty, Montgomery? Let's see who Scotty Montgomery. Oh, okay. Scotty Montgomery. Here we go. Let's see who Scotty Montgomery is. They say he's the assistant head coach and wide receivers coach for the Detroit Lions. Okay. The Detroit offense was okay when Ben Johnson was there. When Ben Johnson was there, and then their head coach started calling the plays. But as far as his coaching career, 2006, 2009, he was a Duke receivers coach. He was the Steelers wide receiver coach in 2010, 2012. 2013, he went back to Duke as the associate head coach and offensive coordinator, pass game coordinator, and wide receivers coach. God, Dirty had some titles at Duke. 2014, 2015, he was the associate head coach, offensive coordinator, and quarterbacks coach at Duke. He was a head coach at East Carolina in 2016 and 2016 to 2018. He was the Maryland offensive coordinator. So you Maryland Terrapins, you know who that is. The offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for 2 years at Maryland. Not last year. 2021, 2022, running backs coach at the Colts. 2023 up until now, he was the assistant head coach and running backs coach at first. So he coached Jamar Gibbs and David Montgomery. And then last year he was the assistant head coach and the wide receivers coach, coaching Amon-Ra St. Brown and those guys over there. So he didn't coach some good guys in his past. He didn't coach some good dudes. But we'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see like the background, and if my thing is if we are really hiring Ledford, our offensive coordinator is going to be a outside zone disciple, which means I think he'll come from Shanahan / McVay, that era. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Bears OC, okay. That dude from the Bears, like he can pull some of that Ben Johnson stuff. He can pull some of them concepts and plays from that Ben Johnson stuff. So I like that as well. Let's see. But I'm still leaning toward House. Make his coach Sauce too. Oh, at Cincinnati? Okay. Well, that means he coached Kobe Bryant too then. Not the Hooper, not our Hooper, R.I.P. Kobe. The Kobe Bryant, that's the safety at Seattle. Because him and Sauce were there together. Kobe was one corner and Sauce was the other, but Kobe plays safety for Seattle now. Think he'll back up safety. That's where he at. That's where we at. So just kind of to wrap the whole thing up and put a bow on it. Wait, I got one more thing I want to talk about. Not gonna put a bow on it yet. What is up with y'all boy Bateman? What's up with y'all boy Bateman? I like this name too, Boog. I do like that name too, Boogie. I like that name too. I gotta go do some research on it, but I like coming from Seattle. That outside zone stuff it can go with Ledford. It can go with Ledford. But yeah, what's up with y'all boy Bateman, man? What's up with y'all boy Bateman? I think we can take Kubiak off. Kubiak can go. I don't think he's gonna go lateral. He's not gonna go lateral. He's gonna be a head coach, or he's gonna go back to Seattle. Bateman crashed out today, and some posts, some IG screenshot type stuff was posted. About 3 of them, I think, and they had certain messages on them and whatnot. And so after a couple of hours, everybody seeing him crash out, he comes back and posts this apology letter talking about he was putting a crib together, and that ain't him, and even though some of it is what he said and whatnot, but I got a couple words for Bateman's apology letter.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
I wanna say in my hood tone what I feel about what Bateman did today, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep it regular. I'm not gonna go to Maryland Heights, Ivan, and say what I would say. I'm just gonna say he lied. I'm gonna put it like that. There will be a lot more adjectives in front of he lying, but I'm just gonna say he lied. He lied. D-Mac Falcons fans here, you're gonna appreciate the O-line. That's what I was talking about, D-Mac. Because I kind of follow the Falcons because I like Penix. And so I've been watching the Falcons for the past 2 years, and their O-line, they move in sync. I think I did a couple of videos about Bijan, and you can see their offensive line running outside zone and all them steps in sync. They taking care of the front level. They working with the offhand, getting up on the second level. He had them boys coached up right. But thank you, D-Mac, for that. But back to Bateman. I think Bateman was lying. That's it. I think he was lying. And the reason why I think he was lying, where did the hacker get the practice film? He's been reported, Edwin. Been reported. It's not official. Where did the hacker get the practice film from? That's what I want to know. Where did the hacker get the practice film from? You got to go to it's a bunch of people got it out there. When he posted a bunch of like stuff on his IG talking about basically wasn't nobody using them right, and he just complaining. That's real. That's just complaining. That's it. I know he did say the hacker was somebody he knew. He did. But still.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Because my thing is, if it's somebody you knew and they mad at you for something, they not finna do that. They finna do something to try to get some cash out you. And posting that stuff right there don't get no cash out you. That hurts your pocket which in turn hurts them from getting whatever they want. You may have to go on like Twitter or something, see some people that screenshotted it, Edwin. I'm pretty sure he deleted it. He said that account was gonna be deleted soon too. So you may have to go like on X and find somebody's like screenshots and stuff. And so you got 5 from JB.
Donation.
Say it, JB. Say it. Bateman acting like a band. Shut up, catch the ball, stay on the field. That's it. That's it right there. JB said it right there. JB said it. Shut up. Stop acting like a band. Most of us know what band is. Catch the ball, stay on the field. And we'll say he acting like he is starting. But the difference is, when Hollywood did that, he was our number 1 receiver. Bateman not the number 1 receiver. Bateman might be number 3 or 4. He might be 3 or 4. And you talking greasy. So I think like that. That's as loud as I can say it. If you figure that out, you got it. But I think he was lying. So and y'all know I've been a Bateman fan because I felt like he could get open, he could run routes. I talked about him just the other day. Like if we was our own scheduled team, that Bateman would be the guy. If we was our own scheduled team, Bateman would be our number 1. But we don't play on schedule a lot. And so the fact that he can't adjust to that, like when Lamar be scrambling and doing stuff, Bateman act like he don't know what's going on. Like when Lamar roll out the right, Bateman run the other way. Like you think Lamar finna Lamar will throw across his body, but he ain't finna throw it all the way over there. So yeah, I did hype him up. I did because the end of that 2023 year when he was getting open and just wasn't getting the ball, I thought they was gonna make him more of a priority when it comes to in the order of the routes. Like he'd go up in the route progression. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening at all. I don't know if AL just don't mess with him or he be acting crazy and they like I don't know. But I think about this. Cordell was on my show and he talked about Lamar's little in crowd. And he mentioned Derrick Henry. He mentioned Zay. He mentioned Snoop. And I don't remember if he mentioned Bate is in that clique. I don't know if he mentioned Bate is in that clique. But I know for one, if I'm depending upon you to get me the ball so I can get numbers, which translate into stats, which translate into cash in my pocket, whatever we need to do for our connection to be good, I'm doing it. Because remember, the fans was begging him to go to South Florida for 3 years to go work out with Lamar and try to get that chemistry. He finally did it this last year, or the year before last. Yeah, Bateman ain't a Florida boy, but Bateman a South Georgia guy. Bateman about an hour from me, from where he from. Bateman about an hour away from me from where he from. And with the kind of money the NFL guys got, what? Go to Miami for a week, man. Y'all probably gonna work out in the day, and you can go see all the cheeks and stuff you want at night. If he like that type of thing. So it is what it is. I think he's gonna find himself out the door. And I think Tez is gonna be the guy that we thought Bateman was gonna be. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I think Tez is gonna be the guy we thought Bateman should be. I can see it. I can see it. But I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna keep going because I'll keep, rambling. But I'm gonna wrap this up, bowl this thing up. And again, I think Shieldhouse should be our OC. I ain't mad if they get Brady. I'm gonna go look at some of these other names that you guys just threw out there and kind of see, how I feel about them. I think Bate was lying. I think the Super Bowl is going to be a really good game, but I think Seahawks will pull it out. And with that being said, man, if you have not hit that like button, please do so. Please do so. If you watching on a replay gang, put hashtag replay gang in the comment section. If you got any questions about anything I said, put it in the comment section. We'll chop it up and Just don't harass me about how I say some of these names that I don't know. And with that being said, man, I'll see y'all at about 7:05. Me and Nitro will wrap up championship weekend. We're going to do that on More Sip to Tally. So if you don't follow me over there, go to More Sip to Tally. I'm going to type it in the what's called so you know how to get over there. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the link over there. So it won't be no excuses. No excuses. Give me 1 second. Sudden them live. I'm going to put Sudden them link over there too.
But here in Texas, I mean, hey, look.
Put Sudden and Alex live. Let me put their link over there. Hold on. Let me put their link in here. Hold on. If you go over there with Sudden and Alex, tell them Coach sent you. Go over there with Sudden and Alex, tell them Coach sent you. So that is for Sudden and Alex. Purple Rain Podcast is the name of it. And then this is my second channel. Cut. Paste. And that's it. And on that note, man, I appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Donations.
No donation. Makai Lemon.
Donation.
Makai Lemon is a wide receiver for USC. I have looked at him, but I don't know if that's what I want to do first round. And Makai is going in the first round. I will say that, JR. I have looked at Makai Lemon. I'm a receivers guy. I ain't got to receivers yet, but my receiver stuff be on point for the most part. But I'm gonna get to receivers and we'll do that. But I gotta go. Peace, y'all. Appreciate the 10, Jay. Appreciate it.